Runner here with Phantom, and we got some new digs on.
Yeah.
Kind of a hint on what we're working with today. Uh, so, yeah. Let's
Orange.
just,
It's the new black.
yeah, right?
Isn't it slimming? Don't I look svelte and trim?
Actually, I think it makes you look like you gained about 80 pounds.
No, we're blocky no matter what we wear. Okay, so what are we doing today?
Well, first of all, we're going to go over this hazmat suit thing here. You got to make sure you get the rubber boots, which they're made with rubber and wool, any type of wool. You got the pants, which are rubber and orange dye. The hazmat suit, which is rubber and orange dye in the suit, in the chest piece pattern. The scuba helm is the end piece to this whole thing, and it's orange dye, piece of glass, iron bars, and rubber. And this will protect us from dying from all this uranium in this crate.
Not dying is an awesome plan.
I already made a couple of fuel rods just to test out my process, and it works. So I'm actually going to need to make some more, but we're not quite that far yet. So we're just going to kind of hold off on that. I'm going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of the uranium-238 and 1, 2, 3 piles of the tiny piles of uranium, and go to this crafting table and show you how you make the uranium. If you just hit use on the tiny pile, it only has a few uses, so it's the one to make the enriched uranium nuclear fuel.
Ooh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, and if you look in there, now you can see that it actually has the pattern out there, and we can now get a stack of that and put it in the box with all of our other uranium. I actually set this whole auto process up to automatically pull and macerate the uranium. Then the macerator sticks it back in the box, and then the ore washer pulls the next step and washes it, and then puts it back in the box. And then the centrifuge pulls the next step, which if you actually do the at industrial in the JEI, it starts out as the crushed uranium ore, and then it goes in the washer and comes out the purified crushed uranium ore. And then after the centrifuge is done with it, you get tiny piles of lead, uranium-238, and tiny piles of uranium-235. So that's how that works. And we're building a nuclear reactor today.
Woohoo!
I've already done a ton of work getting a ton of materials put together. And just to kick this off, what we're going to do is grab a chassis that I believe... Yeah, we have a chassis in here. We're going to grab that. We're going to bring it over here. And Phantom, would you mind getting 4 electrical steel and throwing it in here? And I'll grab the 3 Palus crystals.
That sounds like a plan.
And I've also empowered a bunch of stuff. We crippled our power system for a while yesterday. Empowering a lot of things. So the one thing that we're...
It was crazy. We did all the things.
Yeah, the one thing that we're going to get is the pattern storage. We're going to go ahead and trigger the next age because, well, reasons. Because we can.
Yep.
And that's going to require quite a few things. And the first thing we're going to work towards is the RF Tools modular storage, and that requires a machine frame. And there's the machine frame. So we're going to go over here. And I'm going to go ahead and JEI sync this thing, even though industrial craft stuff in the system doesn't seem to want to work. There's the modular storage thing right there. Modular storage, done in the system. And the
Oh yeah.
now one thing that we need to work for is the. Come on, stop doing that. All right. We need reinforced stone. This is going to be probably the most irritating thing because there's no recipe for it, but I already know how to do it. We actually need a CF sprayer, which I'm going to make real quick because I already have the stuff. Now we're going to need CF powder, which we already have some in there, but we might want more, and we're missing clay. Which we're really not.
We have a lot of clay.
We actually have quite a bit of clay. It's just a matter of placing it like this. But if we really wanted to get smart with it, I think we can actually run it through the sag mill and get regular clay out of it. So I'm actually going to do that with that stuff. So we can, one of these days we'll actually auto, have this stuff's auto smelt, I guess you could say, or auto grind. So
yeah.
Now we need CF. Let's make a little bit more of this. 16, yeah, that should be good. And then, in order to load this thing up, we come over here to the fluid solid canning machine. And it actually can stay on the same setting that we have for the IC2 coolant, which I've let run for a long time. I actually went ahead and hooked up the distilled water into this and just let it run. Most of these machines up here are just about full of distilled water, so we've got a lot to work with when we're doing more coolant. But right now, we just... Really? You're not gonna let me do this? CF sprayer. Ugh. Are you seriously not gonna let me do this? Do we have to build another one for that? I think
awkward and inconvenient.
Yeah, because I think it needs regular water in it and not distilled water.
Oops.
That is going to be inconvenient. So, yeah, that's going to be aggravating. Because I know that the CF sprayer goes in there and the CF powder goes in there, but I think we actually need regular water in order to fill the CF sprayer and the CF powder. So, Phantom, could you work on building another fluid solid canning machine while I work on some of this other stuff?
I could do that.
Just don't plug it into the cabling back there because it'll blow up. Because all those have transformer upgrades. And we're going to need the bat box, which I believe has power stored. Awesome. And let's see here. And I'll go ahead and grab the low voltage transformer for when we get that going. But while he's working on that, I'm going to work on the other parts of this pattern storage. Which we're going to need the crystal memory, which is crystal memory raw smelted. So we only need 2 of these. So there's those 2. And then I'm just going to come over here and smelt it up. And there they are. Crystal memory, check. And the advanced circuit, which we need a regular circuit. There's the regular circuit. And then the advanced one, there's the advanced circuit. We're going to need the mining lasers, which we need a lot of stuff for this. So we're going to go with the... we're going to need 2 of these crystals. So grab those. And then we're going to need advanced alloy, which is... We're going to need 8 of them. 2, 4, 6, 8. And we're going to need 2 more advanced circuits. So, are you serious? What are we missing? Alright, I'm going to make that one. And then... Missing the copper cable. Oh, that's easy. Easy peasy. So I'm just going to make a good half stack of this for now.
Are you making insulated copper cable?
Yeah.
Well, I need some of that as well. How much of it are you going to need? Most of it, I see.
Well, it automatically populated in there. I actually only needed 6. There's the 2 more advanced circuits. And so now we just need to use the compressor. And thankfully, this compressor is actually really quick now. There's 1 crystal, 2 crystal, mixed metal ingot. While that's running, let's see where we're going to set up the LV stuff. Don't explode, don't explode. Please don't explode. This should be high in, which is what they're using tier 2 stuff. And that's what this can take. Yep. And we'll plop that guy there. And he should be getting power. Nope, he's not getting power. That's why he didn't explode.
Where do you want this fluid solid canning machine?
Well, it's going to be in a temporary location. I'm getting that set up right now. I'm just hoping this doesn't explode when I... Really? Nope, didn't explode. So plop that down there, and it's getting power. You can actually stick that guy right here.
Like
right in front of this, right where I'm standing. Yep, and he's getting power now. And we switch it to that mode. Alright, yeah, so we need water. Can you go get a tank? There should be a tank in the system that's actually full of water. Just regular water.
I believe you are correct.
Alright, so there's those. And actually, I think this thing only holds 8 buckets worth of CF foam. While you're grabbing that, I'm going to go sleep real quick because we're going to have more light. Awesome. Alright, so let's see about picking this up, and let's see if this works. On top, let's tell you to push out the bottom. That works. Awesome. And it's actually processing. That is amazing. But that's really slow. Alright, Macerator. Give me your... overclockers because I don't have all day. And it's filling the seafoam sprayer. Or whatever. CF sprayer. Alright. That's enough. Oh, fine. Fill it up. And it puts it over here when it's done. Holds 8 buckets worth. Now, yeah, we'll leave that there for right now. Now everybody knows you're enjoying food.
But they don't know how much I'm enjoying it.
Oh, I'm sure they do now. Alright, so let's see here. We want the steel. What is it? What are these things called? Scaffolding. But not... Okay, maybe not steel scaffolding. What the heck are they called? At... Industrial... Really? Iron scaffolding. That's what we want. And I've already made these iron fences, which are actually made by putting iron item casing in a metal former under extruding mode, and you get the iron fence. So we are going to build one set of those, because that's all we need. Now these things are a pain. They're actually kind of interesting because you can actually you can either right click and keep placing them, or you can left click the bottom one and it raises up the top. And then we take the seafoam sprayer and right click. And now normally we have to sit around and wait for it to dry. However,
that is really cool.
There's a quick way to make it dry immediately, and that's right clicking each block with sand. Now, normally I would actually get out my 3x3 for the drill. Actually, yeah, I will, because it's a 3x3 area. But this takes forever. It's very strong stuff. This stuff can actually contain a nuclear reactor if it explodes. And I will considering wrapping ours in it. So, I've got all the pieces for the pattern storage. So I'm going to go in here and build it because for some reason the industrial craft stuff doesn't like populating on the thing in there. So, oh, I forgot to make the mining lasers. I need redstone.
Sigh.
Yeah. Oh, and can you grab the modular storage out of that system in there?
Sure.
I've already made a mining laser and I just got thing laser time. That's kind of dumb. So we could this. Those across the top, that, and that pattern storage goes in the middle.
Modular storage, you mean?
Or modular storage, whatever. And there it is. Now, unfortunately, he's going to have to make another one because I don't think he can just pick that up out of the thing and actually get it. No, it didn't work. So that pattern storage you can plop down. And this stores patterns from UU matter. Or for UU matter. We can put all kinds of stuff in there, but this is not what we actually use to do it. So I'm going to go down and place my trophy. Nuclear Age. Achievement get. So, I'm going to go ahead and craft up a bunch of pieces that we're going to need for the nuclear reactor. And then we'll come back and put it together. What we're going to need we're going to need the nuclear reactor itself, which is dense lead plates, generator, reactor chambers, and advanced circuit. Reactor chambers are lead plates around a basic machine casing. Then we're going to need the uranium. I'm going to actually go 4 quad cells, which are the fuel rods with iron and copper plating. The fuel rod, the single ones, it's actually kind of a pain. It doesn't actually show you, but let me grab an iron plate real quick and I'll show you. I'm actually going to need a few, so I'm just going to go ahead and I will eventually use all of these. So I believe in the metal former under extruding mode, iron plates gets you the rods, so the empty rods, and we're going to need a bunch of those. So I'm going to let that run. I'm going to get a bunch of other stuff together. Under industrial craft, there's reactor plating. I'm going to need a few of those. Heat exchangers, heat vents, overclocked heat vents. I'm going to get everything together and I'll show you how it goes together when I get back, because it's going to take a lot of crafting. I've got all the individual parts ready, just not the crafted parts. So it's a lot of the stuff is stuff you've seen before, like coils and tin casings and iron cable or copper cables and a bunch of other stuff. Lapis plates are basically compressed lapis dust. So yeah, once I get all this stuff together and we find a spot to put this, we'll be back. And we're back. It took a bit. With a lot of interruptions. But we finally actually have all of our stuff here to build our reactor. We have a bunch of iron scaffolding because we're probably going to protect ourselves and set this thing up the way that it's supposed to be. Oh, I might want to get on my monkey suit.
You probably want your monkey suit, yeah.
Unfortunately. So this is going to be interesting getting down there. Yeah, we kind of found a good spot, but it's a little ways away.
It's not too bad. No, actually it is. It's too bad. It's really bad.
Yeah. So this other stuff, well, don't need the basic machine casing, but the pattern storage, the replicator, and... Oh, are you still working on some things?
Oh, yes. The replicator's done. I've got one recycler done, and I'll have the others finished in just a minute, and then the mass fabricator, so...
Okay. All right, well, there's a basic machine casing in this box that you set up if you need it, so...
Yeah.
The protecting stuff, you guys saw me use the seafoam sprayer or CF sprayer and do that thing. So we're going to put these in place and then spray it and everything. We'll get it all fixed up later, but right now we want to set this up. I guess I should probably take my uranium with me. Now, this worked on the simulator, and this is not my design. This is a design that I pulled off the internet. So yeah. This hole right here is where the power is going to be coming up, but I'm not jumping down there because that's going to hurt. I'm going to be jumping onto my pillar right here and digging my way down. Whew, I almost fell off. Excuse me. Yeah. So I'm just going to dig my way down here. And then I'll probably pillar my way back up. This shaft right here is actually going to be an elevator, and I will figure that out and get it set up in between episodes, and then show you guys what I came up with. Probably also going to make this this whole room look better, but this is where we're going to do it. And yes, the plan is to have 4 of these in this one room. I figure all the power is going to come off the top. So let's see here. We'll start building right here where the hole is, so we can just go straight up with the cables. And we're going to place down our reactor, and then place our chambers all the way around the outside, and then one underneath. And then we have a full reactor. I'm not going to touch the uranium until this thing's set up. Otherwise, we could have some serious problems. Let's see here. I got to pull up the picture now. Let's see here. I had a picture. Where'd it go? It ran away. Alright, so we have 18 component heat vents. So that's going to be here, 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 and here. And then all along here. Oh wait, no. Not that last one. Not that one. And then along here, to include that one. And then along here, and here, and here. So that's those. Then we have, I'll do the overclocked ones in a minute. The regular heat vents, one's going to go there, and there. The heat exchangers, the regular ones, there, there, and there, and there, and there. These higher tier ones are going to go there and there. The reactor plating is going to go there and there. And the reactor plating really doesn't play a role in this, but it fills up empty space from the plan that I'm actually using, so that when we go to automate it, it will pull out the depleted ones and push in the new ones in the right places. Otherwise, they would probably just stick them all in one spot, and that could end badly.
Yeah, badly is one way to phrase it.
And I believe that after all this is in, we are good. Then I should be able to put my things there and put a lever on this. Now, eventually we're going to have probably a redstone conduit in between these two, and in between these two leading up to up and over to like a fail-safe system and all that, so we can turn on all the reactors and turn them off from remotely or automatically if something bad happens. So this is actually making me nervous because I really don't want this thing to explode. Exploding would be bad.
Oh, come on. It could be so exciting.
Alright, our core temperature is okay at 0.05%, outputting 320 EU a tick. That is awesome. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're massively running out of time right now, but we're going to set up the whole system to create UU matter, and next time we will come back and we'll either already have all 3 nuclear reactors in here, or we'll be doing something different. But I am definitely wanting to get this running because we need the UU matter. It's time. And I'm also going to be building a what is this thing? MFSU for this thing to be pumping power into, so we can be getting a lot of power. That's like 1, 2, 3. That's 40 million EU that it can store. So yeah. And what I can do is once it's full, it can send a redstone signal to turn off the nuclear reactor. Oh, come on. Almost there. Almost. There we go. That is where that's going to live. So, that is how we'll run that. And I'll probably put the MFSU down there, right underneath, or maybe down the very bottom. But either way, that's all we have time for today. That is how we set up a nuclear reactor, or at least how I do it. And hopefully it doesn't explode. But I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to get some power storage going on. And we'll discuss and figure out what we're doing next time. Thank you all for watching. And I'll catch you all on the flip side. See ya.